I'll tell you about the Korean baby boomer generation. It's about your grandparents' generation. The Korean baby boomers are the period when the population rapidly increased. This generation is so large that it's shaking up the entire society of our country. First, baby boomers. Born 55, approximately 63. These older brothers and sisters were born from 1955 to 1963. The people born during this time are called the first baby boomer. Why this period? Because right after the Korean War ended and society stabilized, people had a lot of children. It was an enormous birth boom, with nearly 1 million babies born every year. They are the generation born right before the government launched a strong birth control policy saying, "Stop having so many children." These people are currently the oldest adult group in our country. Second, baby boomers, born 64, approximately 74. Next is the second baby boomer generation. They are generally considered to be born from 1964 to 1974. There are also a lot of these people, about 9.5 million. You can think of it as a mini birth boom created after the first baby boomers. Adding this generation makes them the largest chunk of our country's total population. They grew up when the country was rapidly becoming wealthy, and many of them went to university. The consequences of the second baby boomers' retirement. Now, these second baby boomers, born from 64, are starting to retire or are approaching retirement age. If all these people suddenly quit their jobs, huge things will happen to the national economy. 1. Disappearance of workers, labor market shock. Since a massive number of working people are disappearing, naturally, there will be a shortage of workers. These people are veterans with a lot of skills and experience. If they leave, companies will have difficulty finding skilled talent. That's why the government is considering things like extending the retirement age, making them work longer. 2. Pension depletion risk, money problem. The national pension that you will have to pay later, these people will now start taking it out continuously. However, the number of people receiving pensions is increasing, while the number of young people paying pensions is decreasing. Then the risk of the National Pension Fund quickly running out increases. Healthcare and care service costs for the elderly will also dramatically swell. 3. What will happen to interest rates and prices? What will happen to interest rates and inflation, rising prices, when these people retire is the most curious thing. Traditional view. Interest rates and prices rise. Normally, when people retire, they use their savings, so savings should decrease. If savings decrease, money becomes scarce in banks, so interest rates should normally go up. Also, since there are fewer workers, wages go up, and prices should rise along with them. Current behavior of the elderly. Interest rates and prices fall. But nowadays, grandparents don't spend money easily. They worry about living long and medical costs, so they actually keep saving. Since these people are saving money in the banks doesn't become that scarce, so interest rates might not rise as much as expected. And if people generally reduce consumption, instead of prices skyrocketing, there's a risk that prices won't rise or even might fall. In conclusion, the retirement of the second baby boomers is highly likely to contract the national economy.